speaks, it is going to hit you right in the heart. I'm not getting some weak little confession. I'm not getting some half-safe message where they leave themselves room to hide. No, this feels like somebody who has finally reached the point where silence is costing more than honesty, and what they are about to tell you carries so much feeling, so much longing, and so much intention that it becomes very hard to turn away from. The first card opening this energy is the Knight of Cups. And wow, this is beautiful because this tells me the words coming from this person are wrapped in emotion. Real emotion, not rehearsed charm, not empty flirtation. This is the energy of someone who has been carrying something in their heart for a while, maybe longer than you even realize, and now they are preparing to place it in your hands. I keep hearing that what they say is not only going to sound romantic, it is going to feel sincere. And that is the hook here. You may have heard sweet words before. You may have heard promises before, but this feels different because the heart behind it is finally lined up with the mouth, right beside that. I'm seeing the Ace of Swords, and that changes the whole tone because it tells me this person is not only emotional. They are clear, very clear. They are not coming in to confuse you, blur the lines, or toss out little hints and then hide behind them. Spirit is saying this is direct energy, a truth finally spoken, a message that cuts through all the old fog. So what makes this so hard to resist is not just the sweetness. It is the clarity. It is the sense that you are finally hearing exactly where you stand in their heart, exactly what they want, and exactly how serious they are about pursuing it. And I have to say, one of the strongest messages I keep picking up is this: I cannot keep this in anymore. That line lands like lightning because I feel this person has tried to manage these feelings, hold them down, organize them, delay them, maybe even deny them. But the pressure has built too much now, and when someone gets to that point, the confession does not come out small. It comes out loaded, honest, sometimes even shaking. So I really feel that when they speak, you are going to feel how long this has lived inside them. You're going to hear the weight of everything they never fully said before. The energy around you here feels like the Empress, and I love that because it tells me part of why this confession is so powerful is that this person sees you as deeply worth the risk, worth the vulnerability, worth the exposure. Worth the fear of hearing no. You are not just attractive to them. You feel precious to them, magnetic to them, valuable in a way that makes them want to step up rather than stay hidden. And I feel that is part of why their words are going to carry so much force, because they are not speaking into emptiness. They are speaking towards somebody they already know matters deeply. Then I'm seeing the Lovers, and wow, that says there is choice energy here, meaning recognition. This is not a random emotional spill. This person is choosing you in their heart in a very conscious way. So what they are about to tell you may go beyond "I like you" or "I miss you." I feel something larger, more soul level, more life altering. The kind of words that make you sit still for a second because you realize this is not a game to them, this is a turning point. I also keep getting that their voice may sound different when they say it, softer in some places, stronger in others, maybe a little unsteady, maybe unusually serious, because there is emotion here that does not want to stay hidden behind image anymore. And I think that is what will make it so difficult for you to say no, not pressure. Not manipulation, not over-the-top theatrics. It is the unmistakable feeling that they mean it. Then the energy opens with the Ten of Cups, and that tells me what they are about to say is filled with emotional vision. They are not only speaking from attraction, they are speaking from happiness they can already imagine with you, shared joy, more closeness, more truth, more us. And Temperance says this did not happen overnight. These feelings have been ripening, blending, and deepening in silence. That is why the confession lands with weight. It has time in it, it has patience in it, it has heart in it. The Sunday closes this opening so beautifully because this message wants freedom, warmth, and daylight. So the truth here is simple. What they are about to tell you is sincere enough, clear enough, and heartfelt enough. That saying no may feel far harder than you expect, because your heart will know the truth when it hears it. There is something about the next wave of this energy that feels like the moment after the truth leaves their mouth, and the whole room changes because what I'm getting here is that this person is not only going to tell you how they feel, they are going to tell you what they want to do about it, and that is a very different kind of confession. Anyone can speak emotion in a heated moment. Anyone can say beautiful things when the heart is overflowing. But Spirit is showing me that what is coming from this person carries direction. intention, follow through. It feels like someone who is finally done circling the feeling and ready to put their whole chest behind it. The first card opening here is the Emperor, and wow, that says everything, because this tells me the words coming from them are not weak, not uncertain, not scattered. This person wants to show you that they are serious. They want to show you that what they feel is strong enough to stand upright in daylight. I feel like part of what may catch you off guard is how composed they are when they say something so vulnerable. It is like they have finally decided that honesty is more important than protecting their pride. I keep hearing something very clearly. I'm not telling you this just to get it off my chest. That line matters because it means the confession is not only about release, it is about invitation, it is about movement, it is about asking your heart to meet theirs in something real. And right beside that, I'm seeing the Two of Wands. So yes, this person is not only thinking about the present moment, they are thinking ahead. They are looking at the road in front of both of you and feeling that it is time to choose a direction. This is why it becomes hard to say no, because what they are about to tell you is not wrapped in fantasy alone. It is wrapped in possibility. They may speak in a way that makes you feel the future trying to open in front of you. The energy around you here feels like the High Priestess. And I love that because it tells me your intuition is going to know they are telling the truth, even before your mind catches up. Even before you fully decide what to say, something in your spirit is going to recognize the sincerity. You will feel it before speaking. Then I'm seeing the Six of Cups, and that gives the whole thing such tenderness because what they say may carry memory in it. Remembrance, a reference to moments that mattered, a softness that makes it clear they have been holding onto the feeling of you for a while. I feel this person may speak in a way that lets you know you were never forgotten. Not emotionally, not energetically, not in the quiet places of their mind. And that kind of admission touches the heart deeply because it reveals continuity. It reveals that what existed between you did not vanish just because it went unspoken for a time. Another message keeps coming through very strongly. I have tried to move past this and I can't. Wow, that one lands hard because it tells me they are not coming to you casually. They are coming because they have already tested their own feelings against distance, time, distraction, and silence, and the feelings survived all of it. That is powerful. That is the kind of truth that makes a person listen differently. And I really do feel that when they say it, part of you will understand that this is not some passing emotional wave. This is something they have had to surrender to. The next card I'm seeing is the Ace of Pentacles, and that is beautiful because it tells me the confession may come with something concrete attached to it, and offer a plan. A suggestion, a genuine step. This person may not only tell you that they care, they may tell you what they want next. They may ask for a chance, ask to see you, ask to start over, ask to move the connection forward in a more honest way. Spirit keeps showing me that the power of the moment is in the combination of heart and structure emotion, plus action, vulnerability, plus willingness. The star is here too, and wow, this says the message carries hope. It may even feel healing, like a wound getting air after being covered too long. There's something so beautiful about the way this person's truth wants to restore possibility instead of create confusion. And that is another reason it becomes difficult to say no. Your heart may feel that this is not here to disturb you. It is here to meet you. So the deeper message of what this person is about to tell you is not only emotional, it is intentional. They are not simply confessing love. They are showing you that their heart has made a decision, and because the truth in them has ripened into clarity, the moment may feel too honest, too tender, and too meaningful to brush aside lightly. Your spirit will hear the seriousness beneath every word, and that is what changes everything. All at once. The next layer of this reading feels like the moment your eyes meet theirs. And before they even finish speaking, some part of you already knows this is going to matter. Because what I'm getting here very strongly is that this person is not only confessing feelings, they are revealing the depth of the internal journey that brought them here. And that may be one of the most powerful parts of all. It is not just what they say. It is the fact that they became someone capable of saying it. The first card opening here is the Hanged Man, and wow, this tells me this person has had a complete shift in perspective. They have looked at this connection from every angle, they have sat in silence with it, they have replayed things, questioned themselves, and finally reached a point where they can no longer pretend that the old way of handling this was enough. So when they speak, they may tell you something that makes it very clear they see you differently now. They understand you differently now. They even understand themselves differently now. I keep hearing something very clearly. I didn't realize how real this was until I couldn't escape it. That line is powerful because it tells me they have been changed by the truth of what they feel. This is not someone tossing words around because they are lonely or emotional for one night. This is someone who has been humbled by realization, someone who has had to face the fact that your place in their heart is much bigger than they first allowed themselves to admit. And right beside that, I'm seeing the Eight of Swords in reverse. So yes, one of the things they may tell you is that they are finally freeing themselves from fear, overthinking, or emotional paralysis. They may admit that they stayed trapped in their own head for too long, that they let doubt, pride, timing, or uncertainty keep them frozen. But not anymore. This is the energy of somebody stepping out of the mental prison and into emotional truth. That shift alone can be very moving to hear, especially if you have known their silence more than their openness. The energy around you here feels like the Queen of Cups, and I love that because it tells me your heart energy is part of what makes this confession land so deeply. There is something about your softness, your emotional intelligence, your capacity to feel what is real that this person trusts. Even if they are nervous, they feel that your heart will know the difference between a performance and the truth, and that makes them braver. It makes them want to say it in the most honest way they can. Then I'm seeing the Three of Pentacles. And that is beautiful because it tells me what they say may include a desire to work together, to meet halfway, to stop standing on opposite sides of the feeling and finally do something about it. This person may tell you that they do not want this to stay unfinished. They may express a wish to build, repair, or begin in a way that feels cooperative and real. Again, this is why it becomes hard to say no, because you are not only being handed emotion, you are being handed willingness. Another message keeps coming through very strongly. I want to do this right with you. That one lands right in the heart. Because it tells me their confession is not just, I feel this. It is also, I want to honor this. And that is a completely different level of vulnerability. The next card I'm seeing is the Wheel of Fortune. And wow, this says the moment itself feels fated, timed, like something inside them has reached the exact point where it must turn. So when they speak, it may feel like a chapter changing right in front of you, like the energy between you is no longer allowed to stay still. There is movement in these words. There is destiny in these words. There is the unmistakable feeling that after this conversation, things cannot remain the same. And then the final card I'm seeing here is the Ten of Cups, which is such a beautiful confirmation that what they tell you comes from emotional fullness, not emptiness. They are speaking from a place that can already imagine joy with you, peace with you, a real shared happiness with you. So the message in this part is this: what this person is about to tell you may be impossible to resist because it comes not only with love, but with growth, humility, clarity, and real intention. You will hear in their voice that they have changed, and you will feel that this truth was earned the hard way, and that more than anything is what makes the heart listen. Spirit keeps whispering one more thing here. You may not say yes instantly with your mouth, but your heart will feel the pull instantly, because truth like this, clear, warm, trembling, and brave, has a way of touching the exact place that has been waiting to hear it. And once that happens, nothing in the connection stays casual anymore. It will feel undeniable. Now, something about this next movement feels like the space after a storm breaks. When the air is clearer, the heart is louder, and there is nowhere left to hide from what is true. That is what I'm getting here, because this part of the reading does not feel like hesitation anymore. It feels like arrival. It feels like the moment this person stops circling the feeling and starts standing inside it. The first card opening here is the Chariot. And wow, this tells me their message carries momentum, not rushed energy, not chaotic energy, but committed movement. This is somebody who has finally made up their mind. And I think that certainty is part of what makes their words hit so deeply. When a person speaks from confusion, you can feel it. When a person speaks from fear, you can feel that too. But this feels like somebody who knows exactly what their heart is asking for now. I keep hearing something very clearly. I'm done fighting what I already know. That line lands hard because it tells me this person has moved past internal resistance, past the bargaining, past the emotional detours, past the excuses that once kept everything stalled. They are not only aware of what they feel now, they are ready to move in alignment with it. And right beside that, I'm seeing the Four of Wands. So yes, the truth they bring is not only intense, it is warm, it is connective, it is the kind of truth that wants to create peace instead of chaos. I feel like part of what they may tell you is that being with you, or even the thought of truly being with you, feels like home in some way, grounding, joyful, safe. The emotional tone here is not "I need drama." It is "I want something real, settled, and honest with you." The energy around you here feels like the Empress again, and I love that because it tells me they are not speaking to you like you are just an option on a path. They are speaking to you like you are the person their heart keeps returning to when it thinks about real love, real softness, real emotional abundance. You may feel the weight of their reverence when they speak, almost like they know they are approaching something precious, something they do not want to mishandle again. Then I'm seeing the Seven of Wands in reverse. And that tells me they may openly admit that their guard has come down, that the wall is not standing the way it used to, that they cannot keep defending themselves from this feeling because the feeling has already made its way all the way in. I would not be surprised if part of what they say includes some version of surrender. Some version of "I can't keep pretending I'm unaffected." Some version of "I've been trying to hold myself back and I don't want to anymore." And that is beautiful because surrender in love, when it is healthy, is not weakness. It is truth choosing to stop hiding. The next card I'm seeing is the Knight of Pentacles, and that matters so much because it tells me their confession may also include steadiness. They may want you to know this is not just passion flaring up in one emotional moment. This is something with weight, something they have considered, something they want to move carefully and sincerely with. There is a promise in this energy, maybe not a loud formal promise yet, but a clear intention to be more grounded, more present, more dependable than before. Another message keeps coming through very strongly. "I want to prove this to you, not just say it." That is powerful because it means their words are likely to be backed by action, plans, effort, a changed approach. A changed energy. This person does not want their confession to live only in the air. They want it to become visible in what they do next. And then the final card I'm seeing here is the Sunday. Beautiful. Because this says the truth they bring wants daylight, wants honesty, wants relief, wants joy after too much silence. So the message in this part is this. What this person is about to tell you may feel impossible to resist because it comes with certainty, surrender, warmth, and genuine follow through. You are not only hearing that they care, you are hearing that they are ready to move, ready to soften, ready to stop defending themselves from love, and ready to show you the truth in ways that can actually be lived. And Spirit keeps whispering one last thing here. What makes this confession so powerful is not only the emotion in it, it is the peace in it. The settled knowing, the clean intention, the unmistakable feeling that this person is no longer asking their heart for permission to love you. They have already decided. And when love sounds like that, steady, open, and brave, the heart listens in a completely different way. It feels like the truth has taken off its coat, sat down across from you, and said simply, fully, "I am here now. I am not leaving this unsaid again. I choose love, and I choose you now." Now, what comes through now feels like the moment a match is struck in a room that has been dim for too long. Sudden, warm, impossible to ignore. Because this next wave of the reading is not only about what they say, it is about what their words awaken in you. The first card opening here is the Ace of Wands. And wow, this tells me their confession carries fire, not reckless fire, not selfish fire. Living fire, the kind that says, "I feel this so strongly that I cannot keep sitting still inside it." So when this person speaks, I feel like there's going to be passion in their voice, a pulse, a charge, the kind of honesty that makes the air feel different. You may actually feel your whole body reacting before your mind has even decided what to do with the moment. I keep hearing something very clearly. I need you to know this now. That line is powerful because it tells me the timing matters, the urgency matters. The feeling has reached a point where waiting feels more painful than vulnerability. And right beside that, I'm seeing the Two of Cups. Beautiful. Because this means what they are about to tell you is not only desire, not only longing, not only emotional pressure finally breaking open. It is recognition. They feel the bond. They feel the pull between you. They feel that something real exists here, something that deserves language, response, and a real chance to breathe in the open. That is why this becomes so difficult to refuse. Because the heart can tell when it is being addressed by truth instead of fantasy. The energy around you here feels like the Queen of Cups, and I love that because it tells me your tenderness is going to hear them before your defenses do. Your intuition is going to register the sincerity. Even if you pause, even if you need a second, even if part of you wants to protect yourself, your deeper knowing is going to feel that this person is not speaking from manipulation. They are speaking from a heart that has finally stopped running from itself. Then I'm seeing the Eight of Wands, and wow, this says the moment may move quickly once it begins. One truth leads to another. One admission opens the floodgates for more. I would not be surprised if once they start, they say more than they originally planned, more feeling, more honesty, more of the story. Because sometimes when the heart finally breaks silence, it does not do it in neat little measured pieces. It rushes, it pours. It wants to make up for all the time. It stayed hidden and their message keeps rising very strongly. I should have told you sooner. That one lands right in the chest because it carries regret. But also sincerity, it shows awareness. It shows that they know this truth has been waiting, and that waiting has not made it smaller. It has made it heavier. The next card I'm seeing is the Six of Wands, and that matters so much because it tells me this person wants to stand in their truth openly. They want to stop hiding behind mixed signals, distance, or emotional caution. There is a kind of pride here now, healthy pride. The kind that says, I want to show up with courage. I want to be seen trying. I want to be known for what I really feel. So when they speak, you may hear not only longing, but decision. They are no longer whispering this only to themselves. And then the energy deepens with the Ten of Pentacles, wow, because this says what they are about to tell you reaches much further than one emotional moment. This person is not only asking for a chance because they miss you, or because the connection is intense, or because the chemistry is hard to deny. They are speaking because some part of them can already see the weight of what this could become. Stability, real partnership, lasting meaning. They may not say every single future thought out loud, but it sits underneath the confession like a foundation. The final card I'm seeing here is Temperance, and that is such a beautiful confirmation because it tells me the whole moment is being guided toward healing, balance, honest blending. So the message in this part is this: what this person is about to tell you may feel impossible to refuse because it carries passion, emotional recognition, urgency, humility, and real future intention all at once. Their words are not floating, they are landing. They are not trying to pressure your heart, they are trying to meet it. Clearly, openly, and with both feet finally on the ground. And Spirit keeps whispering one last thing here. What makes this so hard to say no to is not only that they love you, it is that when they finally say it, you will feel how deeply they mean to stay with the truth of it. No more hiding, no more circling, no more pretending the connection can remain untouched by what is real. This time, their heart is speaking like it already knows that love deserves an answer. And that certainty is what your heart will not ignore. At the very heart of this final movement, it feels like the room has gone completely still because the soul already knows what the mouth is about to say. That is the energy here, not confusion, not mixed signals, not one more half step dressed up as vulnerability. This feels like the moment love stops pacing in the hallway and finally walks through the door. The first card I'm seeing here is the Lovers, and wow, this is the full recognition, the moment where the heart is no longer asking whether the connection matters. It already knows. This person has crossed that line internally. They are not standing in maybe anymore. They are standing in choice, in truth, in the clear knowing that what they feel for you deserves to be spoken, offered, and honored in real life. I keep hearing something very clearly. I can't keep this as a feeling only. That line carries everything because it tells me their confession is not just about emotional release. It is about giving the feeling form, a place to land, a chance to become something lived. And right beside that, I'm seeing the King of Cups beautiful. Because this says the love in them has matured, deepened, settled. This person may still feel nervous. Yes, but underneath that nervousness is emotional seriousness. The kind that does not disappear tomorrow. The kind that has been tested by silence, distance, longing, memory, and time and still remained. So when they speak, I feel you are going to hear more than emotion. You are going to hear devotion. The energy around you here feels like the star. And that matters so much because it tells me part of why this becomes so difficult to say no to is that your spirit will recognize the healing and the truth. There is something about this confession that wants to restore hope instead of disturb it. It wants to bring light to what has been suspended. It wants to offer clarity where there was once emotional fog. And your heart, deep down, will feel the difference between a person speaking from impulse and a person speaking from awakening. Then I'm seeing the Ace of Pentacles, and wow, that is the big confirmation that what they are about to tell you is not meant to stay in the air as a beautiful idea. This person wants a real opening, a real beginning, a real next step. So yes, they may tell you how deeply they feel, but I also feel they are going to tell you what they want to do with those feelings. They may ask for a chance, ask to see you, ask to move this forward honestly. Ask for the space to prove that this is not just emotion, it is intention. Another message keeps rising strongly. I want to show you, not just tell you. That one lands deeply because it means their truth has grown past language alone. It wants action, effort, presence, follow through. And that more than almost anything is what makes the heart lean in. The next card I'm seeing is Judgment. And this is such a powerful ending energy because it tells me this confession is arriving after a real awakening. This person is not the same version of themselves that once delayed, doubted, hid, or stayed emotionally divided. Something has changed in them. Something has ripened. They may tell you directly, or you may simply hear it in the way they speak, but the message is the same. They have woken up to the truth of what you are to them, and they do not want to lose any more time pretending otherwise. Then the Sunday comes in, and that is beautiful because it says the truth wants daylight now, warmth now, openness now, no more shadows, no more emotional half-light. This person is ready to let what they feel be seen clearly, and I feel that is part of what makes the moment feel so undeniable. They are not asking from hidden motive. They are not speaking with one hand still on the door. They are present, they are exposed, they are real. So the deepest message in this final movement is this. You may feel unable to say no, not because you are being pushed, but because what this person is about to tell you carries love, clarity, emotional maturity, future intention, and the unmistakable energy of someone who finally knows what they want. Their heart is not wandering anymore. It has arrived. And when it speaks, your heart is going to feel the truth of that arrival immediately. And Spirit keeps whispering one last thing. This person is not coming to test the waters. They are coming because the water already has their reflection in it. They know, they feel it. And now they are ready to say it in a way that changes everything. And if your breath catches, if your chest goes warm,